Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Max and the Curse of Brotherhood. I guess it's Max colon the Curse of Brotherhood. We're in a new level here. We're close to some tree that they mentioned that is going to be really tall to climb. And now we have, in the previous level, unlocked a new ability to draw vines, which has a slightly different factor in that you can also break the vines and they still exist, whereas drawing the dirt columns only goes up, and when you break it, it crumbles. Of course, the question now is how do you get to that eye? I've already missed one eye, so I would suspect what see, and you can push these if you do it just right. Alright. So either you're supposed to make a ladder that goes up and down here to get up to that, or there's some other trick to it. Alright. With the introduction of the idea of yeah, this is gonna be awkward to say the least. And see, even that's probably not the right way to do this, because like if I push this, which it's awkward certainly, like you have to be just at the right place where you can hit X, just at the right place where you can go further. See, but yeah, even this is probably not right. Yeah. If it was full, what I need to do is probably something closer to that, but even that seems fairly oddly wrong. And I've already missed one collectible, and it's questionable certainly as to whether or not this is just going to get boring. Yeah, that probably would have worked at that point. Like, yeah. I think at this point I'm bored. The problem with this certainly is that the game has just established this idea of moving forward at a fairly fast pace. That
we are here.
That the idea of taking some extra time to solve a puzzle just doesn't really appeal to me. And we fairly quickly, it really was just like the last episode that we were given a new ability, so it's weird that it feels like we're now getting yet another ability to draw vines that would let us more swing. If anything, what this is coming off as is a point where the first ability seems to be considerably less valuable than the second ability, because the second ability is getting a fairly large upgrade very quickly, and the first ability is not getting any upgrade. As far as actual gameplay, though, this is not really any difference from what we had done before. We've been climbing vines this whole time. I moved too fast there. Yeah, it does oddly feel like you're still just doing the same old, and at this point that eyeball feels like it was just added because they needed 75 of them. There's noticeably no increase in ability based on the amount of eyeballs you collect, or at least it doesn't seem like there is. And again, we have a weird looking skull behind these pedestals, which I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything or not.
Father Oak has gifted your weapon with new might.
Yeah. It definitely does feel like there could be something new to the whole abilities, or that this could have been just added as an ability in the previous chapter. Because now you've set a weird precedent where potentially the rest of the game, almost every level or every other level, is going to give you an upgrade, and I don't believe that to really be the case. And again, this introduces
Max, you can attach a vine to a branch.
And see, now that makes the system even crazier.
Vines, branches, and earth are companions. They can be connected.
We haven't seen branches and earth connect so far. But yeah, definitely is making me wonder, as far as going back and doing previous levels, will I have all of my abilities, and will it then be considerably easier to collect collectibles? Feel like I should be going over here and checking this out first. Alright. Yep, this is yet another eyeball. Knows how it was considerably easier to I'm gonna just jump down here. Considerably easier to collect the last couple of eyeballs compared to that one puzzle, which was actually quite a challenge. And noticeably, they did put the challenging eyeball to collect in a at the very beginning of the level, and that's probably intentional. Right. I can only draw along the bottom side of the screen, but that's still good enough to let me set up the ropes. But the problem here certainly is you've got high levels of danger in your swinging if the vines decide to swing in the opposite direction or in sync with each other. You still have a lot of instances of max also making generic screaming sounds. Well, I made it, but then immediately got blown up, which that seems like that's a bad placement for an enemy. They seem to explode fairly quickly, and they seem to, when you're sliding, you seem not to really have a great ability to jump. And now we're doing double slow time actions, or bullet time actions. Might be a great one to yeah. That seemed excessive, to say the least. I wonder if in this case I'm not supposed to actually just draw a very tight circle so that I can grab that rope. Doesn't seem like in the air you can grab the rope. That creates two scenarios here. Either you're supposed to jump and then swing back, or yeah, it seems like the trick here is probably to do something like that. Draw it as far as possible so you can grab it on that one loop, which really gives you only one chance to succeed. And I'm gonna just assume that this would have you slide. Excuse me. Actually, I thought it was gonna have me slide right into that, and that only the pillar was going to stop me. Seems like if you push to the right, you can make the towers grow a little bit. To the right. So instead of just going straight up, you can tilt it just a little bit, not a lot. And vines do connect to Earth, which is something.
Now what?
And even the game is admitting that some parts of its content are confusing, to say the least. Alright. It's fairly easy to visually miss that there was a rock there. Like, I can't help but wonder if maybe there was a secret specifically under the center there, but I couldn't go back and get it even if I wanted to. So if there was a secret in that, I missed it. Although you'd almost think that the secret would be with the great tree, but we were in and out of that great tree sequence very quickly. And now we're back to just a chase sequence with a very odd camera angle. And I'm actually controlling the game right now, which is slightly surprising because I would have kind of thought that that might have been automated. And it definitely feels like at any point that you have one of these sequences, there's going to be this pain point where things are going to potentially go wrong. Yeah, and he's just going to kind of stop. And so what strikes me about this sequence in particular, though, is this doesn't feel like if this was a Nintendo DS game that you really would have enough time for all of that. And and even now with the controller, you really don't quite have enough time. And see, I don't know what I messed up there. Was I just not fast enough? Or was there something more to it? Like, that's the ultimate question that I think we're going to run into is, did I need to draw something else? Because this is like a reset point there where there really should be a checkpoint. And then feels like I'm supposed to be able to do something, but I don't know what the something is. I guess that was the right thing, is that I needed to have it draw a circle and roll. Then you have another eye here, really just as a reward for getting past the point. But yeah, that definitely was another annoying section. And this does put us in a weird position, certainly, where we didn't find a secret in that level. We didn't get all the evil eyes, and I think we are just going to continuously run into that situation. Also, we're at like 21 minutes now, so inherently it feels like these levels are just going to get longer and longer. You can see in this there are 5 evil eyes and 1 secret yet again. So at 21 minutes, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. I started this series off definitely being very talky and critical, and now as I try to make smaller, shorter episodes, or more episodes because they're shorter, I imagine we'll go through entire episodes with having said very little substance. But yeah, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to further follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.